Have you heard of ChatGPT or artificial intelligence, but you're not really sure if you have the knowledge or capability to actually use it in your day-to-day life? AI can actually be super simple for regular non-techie people, and I'm going to show you how. My name is Dan Christensen, and this channel is Automating Dan, where I help regular non-techie people use simple AI and automation tools to help them save time for what matters most. I am a dad, I am a husband, I'm a homeowner, I'm a full-time employee, and so I don't have a whole lot of extra time in my days to be able to do some things that I would really like to be doing. I don't have a background in computer programming or anything super techy, so I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn how to use AI, how to use automation to save time in my day that I can reinvest in things that are more important to me. And I want to share my journey with you so that you can start to realize some ways that you might be able to save time in your life and be able to spend that time where it matters more. In today's video, I am going to give you a quick basic overview of ChatGPT, trying to help you understand what it is, kind of how it works at a basic level, so that you can come away from this video being ready to get started, ready to use it and find some ways that it can help you save time. Already using ChatGPT, there might be a few repetitive things in here, but I'm going to share some tips in this video that will help you better use it, better prompt, and try and find more efficient and effective ways to get what you want from ChatGPT. Basic description would be it's kind of a smart assistant that you can talk to just by typing into your phone or your computer. And it helps you get things done faster by answering questions, brainstorming ideas, and creating plans, writing things for you that you don't have to spend time doing. It works by using artificial intelligence, AI, to understand what you're asking and respond in a way that feels natural and conversational. Just to give some more clarity though, I want to share some things that ChatGPT is not. ChatGPT is not a person. I know some people get scared when they hear AI and people talk about artificial intelligence, taking over. ChatGPT is not a person. It is a tool. It is something that takes data and patterns to learn and figure out how to respond to solve problems, but it's not giving you personal judgment, personal answers, because it's not a person. And so I just want to make sure people understand that. ChatGPT is also not Google. So I'm sure you've all used Google before to type something in to find an answer, and although Google is beginning to use AI in its responses, typically what you get is you get a list of websites and go to those websites and find kind of what you're looking for. ChatGPT can basically take those websites and dig in and find the answers for you and spit those out and show you what you need without you having to go and find the right website to find whatever information or whatever you're asking for, and then having to do the research and skim through. It kind of goes straight to the answer that you need. While it is still super powerful, it's a tool. It is only as capable as the person that is using it. And so I want to share some things that you can do to be more effective at using this tool to get what you need. If you've never used ChatGPT before, you can get a free account. Just go to the website, sign up, and the free version is a little bit limited. You use a slightly older model and you're a little bit limited in how many requests you can make per day. But if it's something that you're just going to be using, maybe a few times a day, maybe not even every day, the free version is totally fine. The paid version is $20 a month, which is well worth it if you're going to be using this a lot throughout the day and having it do a lot of different tasks for you. If you're a business owner or you work at a company and you're going to be using it for work, talk to your boss and see if they can get you an account, pay for it. Certainly well worth it if you look at it as almost hiring a part-time employee who's going to do a lot of work for you for $20 a month. It's a pretty good investment. You can use it on your laptop or you can use it on your phone. There's a phone app. I'm going to show you some examples just through the phone app, but it's very similar to using the laptop. And so here's what it looks like on the phone app. You have the chat box here. This is where you put your prompts in. And the great thing about this is you don't need to have a coding or programming background. You can just put in how you would talk or just ask it whatever you want to ask it, similar to like when you type in something in Google. You don't need to have some kind of secret language that you need to learn to be able to access it. There are certainly ways to do it better than others, but in general, just type what you want and you'll get a response. You can always ask it just basic questions like, give me some ideas for social media content. But if you want better results, you want to give it some context. Now, context could be tone. Do you want them to respond in a more professional way? Do you want them to respond in a funny way? How do you want it to kind of sound? Do you want it to be more casual, more beginner, more advanced, depending on kind of what you're asking it. Give it some context of the tone, and it also gives some context of who you are. Like, what are you trying to ask it based off of, who you are, what you do, what the situation is. Give it that context and it'll make your prompts so much better. So like in this example, instead of just saying, give me some social media ideas, you can, explain who you are. Maybe you're a company that sells shoes. And so I'm going to write, hey, I'm a company that sells shoes and I want to create some funny tone, social media ideas for our Instagram page. Now you're going to get way more specific responses that are specific to Instagram, specific to being funny, and also specific to being a shoe company. Because you gave it that context, now you're going to get a better response. The other thing that you can do that is very helpful is to tell ChatGPT what you want it to be. And so for this example of creating social media content, tell it, and from the start, I want you to be an expert in creating funny social media content. I own a shoe company and we want to create some funny social media content for our Instagram account. Can you give me some ideas? That is a much more thorough way to prompt and ask ChatGPT for something rather than the original question, which was just give me some social media ideas. And so you can see the more specific, the more context you give, the better response you're going to get. The cool thing about ChatGPT is that within your chat, it will remember things. And so things that you've asked it or told it in the past, it'll remember it for future prompts. You don't need to say it every single time. And so if you said from the beginning, hey, you are an expert social media content creator, it's going to remember that context. If you said, we are a company that sells shoes, it's going to remember that for future prompts within that chat. If you start a new chat, it might affect that, but if you stay within the chat, it's going to remember things. One thing that can be super helpful is asking ChatGPT what it needs from you to get the response that you're looking for. And so if you're kind of stuck, you're like, this is kind of what I want, but I don't really know like how I should ask ChatGPT for this. Ask it what you should be asking it. Maybe you are wanting to get healthier. And so you say, instead of just, saying, I want to get healthier, say, hey, I want to get healthier. Can you help me make a plan? What are some things that you would want to know from me in order to help me create a good plan to get healthier? And then it's going to give you all these things that it wants that are going to help it understand more about you and your situation, to then prompt it and then get the plan, which was the original goal result. But we take that extra step and ask it what it needs from you. The other thing that can be helpful is ask it if there's anything else that it needs. That it's pretty thorough, but sometimes there might be more that it could give you. And so you get a response back and say, is there anything else that you might be able to share? Or is there anything else that you might need from me to get more feedback? And so just kind of keep prompting it until you kind of get a full answer of what you're looking for. If you had no idea what ChatGPT was before this video, I'm hoping that this was very helpful in showing you what it is and maybe giving you some confidence to go out and try it. If you had played around with ChatGPT before, but maybe didn't get the results that you wanted or were just a little overwhelmed, I hope this helped make it a little bit more understandable for you. A lot more content coming out soon with specific use cases for home and for work to be able to use ChatGPT to save you time. That is the ultimate goal here on this channel, is trying to figure out how we can save time in our lives, doing the tedious tasks that we don't really want to be doing or that we have to do, but it just takes a lot of time. Let's figure out how we can automate those so we can save time and invest it in what matters most to us. Are there any questions that you have, things that I maybe didn't quite clarify enough, or things that I didn't even cover? Please leave a comment, let me know. I'll either get back to you in the comment or maybe make a video based on what you're asking, because chances are if you have a question, someone else has the same question. And I'm curious, now that you've watched this video, maybe it sparks some ideas, you're a little bit excited to explore ChatGPT. Leave a comment, let me know what you're going to be doing first, what you're going to try out. I'm curious to see what you're going to do. And like I said, I'll be sharing a lot more content with you going forward to give you some specific things that you can try. Thanks for watching and see you next time.